It was a Detroit cop shooting that left 2 officers pretty badly injured. The man responsible for that shooting went before a judge today. We'll tell you the sentence he received.
A horrible situation unfolding in Southwest Detroit. A 1-year-old baby stabbed to death. His mother in custody. Live at noon, what neighbors heard mom saying.
Plus, hope for Houston after 5 days of torrential rain submerged the city. However, as this storm now shifts east, new communities in neighboring Louisiana are now in danger.
Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
And thank you for joining us this noon. Our breaking news comes out of Southfield. We have just learned Attorney Jeffrey Feiger is filing a $50 million lawsuit against the Michigan State Police trooper who shot 15-year-old Damon Grimes with a taser before he died in a crash while fleeing from police on an ATV. Now, this all unfolded on Detroit's east side this past weekend. Grimes was riding on that ATV when the trooper tried to pull him over. The teen didn't stop, but the trooper got close enough to use a taser on him. This caused Grimes to crash and die. Meanwhile, the Detroit Police Department is launching an independent investigation. The trooper involved has been suspended. Also this noon, another story making headlines. A Detroit man behind bars after getting his sentence in a police shooting. He pleaded guilty to 4 weapons charges, and this is video from the original scene. It happened back in April. Rod Maloney joins us now live in downtown Detroit with the duration of his sentence and more on this story that led up to it.
Yeah, hi, Rhonda. You know, Judge Michael Hathaway probably put it best when he said there is no real good outcome in this case because the young man he sentenced to prison today for a very short amount of time is going to end up in jail. But at the same time, there are 2 police officers who are going to carry the scars with them from the shooting for the rest of their lives. When they called his case, Juwan Alexander Plummer stood and hugged his family. He knew that he was headed off to jail after his guilty plea in the shooting of 2 Detroit police officers through the front window of his mother's home back in April. There have been a number of break-ins in the area, and Plummer's family said he panicked when police knocked on the front door investigating an intruder call and shot through the window, hitting the officers in the face, arms, and shoulders with shotgun pellets. One officer ended up with his jaw wired shut for 6 weeks. Prosecutor Sarah DeYoung not happy with the judge's proposed sentence, saying the 2 25-year-old young cops were doing the job they were expected and paid dearly for it.
It is making the officers accountable for the reckless actions of Juwan Plummer that night, and that Officer Winquist has to live with this. And it's not appropriately addressing Mr. Plummer's own accountability.
Given his turn to speak, Plummer fought back tears.
I hope the officers and their families understand that the violence in our neighborhoods, the violence in our communities, the situations that happen in our home caused this terrible accident to happen.
The judge stuck to his sentence. Plummer gets 2 years probation, will serve the first 90 days in the Wayne County Jail. Now, Plummer's also been placed in a special youth training program that the judge says he hopes will help out. But the prosecutor was particularly tough on the judge's decision in terms of that sentencing because she says that it sends a discouraging message to the Detroit Police Department where officers who might think about going to a house or going and doing the extra step to try and protect people end up getting shot for it, gives them reasons to stay in the squad car. Reporting live downtown, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
It's just a difficult case all the way around, Rod. Thank you. In Southwest Detroit, a mother is accused of the unthinkable, stabbing her own 1-year-old baby to death. Detroit police say that she is now in custody, but many wonder just how and why something like this could ever happen. You're looking at video from where this all happened on Detroit's southwest side. Sean Lay joins us now live with key details from a neighbor who was there. Sean, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Rhonda. I can tell you this from here at Verner and 25th Street. People in this entire neighborhood we've been talking to all morning long simply horrified by what happened inside the brick apartment you see behind me. Now look, tenants last night say they didn't hear a thing until police arrived. They opened the door, then they say they heard the mother in this case saying some incredibly disturbing things. What happened inside this apartment last night is incredibly disturbing to Lawrence Hughes. Directly across from his apartment is the apartment of a 31-year-old single mother. Suddenly, police were in the hallway last night, and he says that mother was making alarming statements.
I think I overheard her yell, like, get the thing out the room, it's pertaining to the boy. Get the thing out of here.
Detroit police confirming at this hour that the mother stabbed her 1-year-old boy to death. She then tried to harm herself. That mother has been taken into custody, and so far, police have offered no other details about why and how a mother could do something so horrible to her child. Hughes believes it was all over the mother's recent breakup with her boyfriend.
Well, she had a boyfriend. That's what the whole thing was about. Her and her boyfriend had split up. She couldn't take it no more, and she took it out on the baby.
Back here live, an autopsy now scheduled for that 1-year-old baby boy later this afternoon at the medical examiner's office. The mom in this case not yet been named, not yet been charged. Detroit police homicide investigators still looking into what happened here. Rhonda, back to you.
Such a tragedy, Sean. Thank you. Of course, the other big story that we're following is the tragedy in Houston. The sheriff's office has just confirmed 2 more Harvey-related deaths in the areas north of Houston, bringing the current death toll to 20. However, that number is also expected to rise. There are many people still missing.
Unfortunately, it likely will. Tens of thousands of Texans forced from their homes as these floodwaters continue to rise, and overnight the overwhelming rescue efforts continued. You're looking at a video of the damage in Texas. We have some of that for you, plus radar of the storm that is still churning in Louisiana, and it is in real time.
Yeah, won't this thing just go away? Get off out into the ocean and leave us all alone. Sarah Daloff, she joins us now from the scene in Galveston, Texas.
Good afternoon. Blue skies and sun over parts of Texas today. A welcome sight for those who suffered through days and days of violent storms that are now moving on to threaten new communities. Harvey delivering another punch to the Gulf Coast, making a final landfall near Cameron, Louisiana, Wednesday morning. Dramatic rescues as floodwaters rise to dangerous levels in East Texas. Over 25 inches of rain in the last 24 hours. A young mother died Tuesday trying to navigate flooded streets. Her infant, clinging to her chest, survived.
The baby, we're told, however, was alert and conscious.
Flood victims in Port Arthur can't seem to catch a break. Water filled the shelter they were calling home after being displaced by the storm. Officials plan to close it and move the evacuees to another location.
We are still very much in the emergency response phase of this historic storm.
Although the rain has stopped, the strain of 5 days of rainfall continues to push Houston and surrounding cities to the limit. 2 reservoirs that protect downtown Houston are spilling over, even as officials continue to release water from them.
We get street flooding, but never like this. And I think it's because we're so close to Buffalo Bayou. And of course, you know, they have that controlled release going on.
No control, but hope, and a determination to emerge from this crisis as a city united. Law enforcement reports 13,000 people rescued so far, and operations continuing. Officials are urging people who need help to hang sheets and towels outside their windows. In Galveston, Texas, I'm Sarah Daloff. Back to you.
Thank you, Sarah. And of course, you can help as well. We're keeping you updated on our website at clickondetroit.com. You can find all the information on the very latest on our homepage. But a reminder, if you would like to make a donation to help all the victims of Hurricane Harvey, we've teamed up with the American Red Cross so that you can make a donation. You'll find a link on the Help Me Hank page of clickondetroit.com. Meanwhile, here at home, we do want to get an update on our weather. We did have a little bit of flooding around here the last couple of days, Brandon, with rain of our own.
Just a small taste of what they were dealing with in Texas and Louisiana. But yes, some serious showers there yesterday and Monday, flooding out some basements, some highways, and we're drying things out. I have the visibility on the bottom line here. 9-10 mile visibility means we're good to go. We had dense fog advisories this morning, but it is lifted, burned off, and right now low and middle 70s in all 4 zones. So we're looking good temperature-wise, likely the warmest of the rest of this week. Maybe not in the 7-day, but as we get through the first half of the holiday weekend. 73 now. Picnic weather. Get out after the news. Get out there and enjoy it. 2 o'clock, we're at 77 and a high right around 80 degrees. Unfortunately, let's enjoy it while we can. We don't have any big monster weather systems coming at us the next 2 days, but we do have a cold front that's going to drop temperatures, and we'll take a look as we head into Ford Arts Beats and Eats, your holiday weekend. We'll see you in a few.
And thank you. President Donald Trump is heading to Missouri today, and he is turning his focus to tax reform. This afternoon, the president is expected to make a speech arguing for a tax plan that promises to cut business taxes and benefits middle-class workers. The speech is also expected to offer new details on how the president will boost the economy by lowering rates and getting rid of deductions. Critics of the president's plan call it a giveaway to the wealthy. The President's Secretary of State, Betsy DeVos, she will be of Education, I should say, will be in Michigan this September to talk school reform at the Mackinac Republican Leadership Conference. DeVos, a West Michigan native and schools of choice advocate, will be the featured speaker at the event, which takes place on September 22nd through the 24th at the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island. Other speakers will be added in the coming weeks. So to come here on your Wednesday, the United Nations Security Council reacts to North Korea's recent military test that sent a missile over Japan. What they have to say coming up. Welcome back. The United Nations Security Council has condemned North Korea's recent missile test that sent a missile over Japan. North Korea says that its latest test was just the start of its efforts to confront American forces. State media says that leader Kim Jong-un was so satisfied with the latest missile launch over Japan that he's determined to carry out more. President Trump warns all options are on the table, but it's unclear on how the U.S. may respond. The UN held an emergency Security Council meeting on Tuesday where there was plenty of condemnation.
We are all denouncing North Korea's outrageous act against another UN member state, Japan.
So far, no new actions or sanctions against North Korea have been authorized. Today, UN Human Rights Chief Zayed Riyad al-Hussein called the events at a white nationalist rally in Charlottesville earlier this month an abomination, saying that the events are deserving of condemnation and had no place in the United States or beyond the United States and anywhere else. Al-Hussein also said that he had concerns over President Donald Trump's pardoning of Sheriff Joe Arpaio on Friday.
I have to say, when I heard that Sheriff Arpaio was pardoned, I had to ask myself the question, what does this mean? Does the president support, does he support racial profiling of Latinos in particular?
Addressing President Trump's accusations of fake news, Al-Hussein also called the demonization of the press is poisonous. With the start of the new school year, educational officials nationwide are dealing with the issue of whether to remove the names and images of Confederate figures from public schools. This comes on the heels of the white nationalist rally earlier this month in Charlottesville, as well as the removal of vandalism of Confederate statues throughout the country. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, several school names were changed or new schools were built and named after Confederates during the era of the white resistance to equality. So to come here on your Wednesday at noon, Texas isn't the only place in the United States dealing with turmoil from Mother Nature. Up next, a look at some wildfires that are raging out west. Brandon?
We are watching a temperature swing as we have temperatures in the 70s out there. We have, look at these, 50s, 60s, maybe even some 40s. Cool air returns in your 7-day for the holiday weekend. We'll explain coming up.
Like Walsall.
Oh, welcome back, everybody. Boy, is Mother Nature busy across the country. At least 9 homes have been destroyed by a wildfire that's burning in Northern California. This was on Tuesday. Evacuation orders have been issued for this fast-moving wildfire burning in Butte County. Officials say that the fire, dubbed the Ponderosa Fire, is burning east of Lake Oroville. Officials say that the blaze broke out just before 1:30 Pacific time yesterday and quickly consumed more than 1,000 acres. The fire is 0% contained at this time. Over in Idaho, a massive fire breaks out in historic Kellogg, spreading to other buildings and destroying a piece of Kellogg history. Just before 3 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon, firefighters got the call of a fire at the McConnell Hotel in Uptown Kellogg. Uptown Kellogg, I should say. The fire was so intense that crews had to take a defensive approach, staying out of the historic building. They were only able to spray water in from the outside. Let's get over to Brandon. We are certainly lucky around here with our quiet forecast.
We are, and just shows the extreme nature, the fickle nature of Mother Nature. We have all that rain down in the Gulf or the Gulf Coast states, and even areas like Farmington the last 2 days. This is a storm pin here, Carol Lynn, over in Farmington, and look at the flooded streets there. About 3 inches of rain over a 2-day period in parts of Farmington. And you know, Idaho, California, wildfires and beyond. They'd love just a fraction of this rain, but bone dry there instead. Local 4 storm pins, get on that. We have a sister station down in Houston, and they are putting up tons of storm pin pictures. So it's a free app under WDIV. Speaking of, we're downtown with you here, 73 degrees and calm winds on our way to 80. Warmest day of the rest of this week. A chance for 80 again on Sunday, but we have Harvey issues. No major issues from Harvey, but maybe a little more cloud cover than we'd like, filtering out some of the sun this weekend. Today, enjoy this one. We have a cold front coming at us tonight, and we'll notice a temperature difference. Rain chances will be very challenging, but our extreme north zone, maybe the thumb, late afternoon, early evening, may get a couple of drips, but overnight 60 degrees. Takes a good 24 hours for the cooler air to settle in. So Friday will be cooler than tomorrow. Watching this cold front coming at us, again, showers up north. The country is focused on tropical storm Harvey. Now 45-mile-an-hour winds. You can see Beaumont, Texas getting walloped there. Also Lake Charles, Louisiana, and even as we head over into parts of Alabama getting nasty rains from this. 45-mile-an-hour wind, and luckily it's on the move finally. We're going to be just to the north of the path of this. We've got a series of these fronts coming through that will steer it south and east of us. But through the day today, again, a couple of splashes up north. We think with this front coming at us tomorrow, temperatures with a little bit of cloud cover in the morning, rebound only about 73. But look at this, Friday and Saturday morning. It's the Ford Arts Beats and Eats in Royal Oak starting Friday. I'll be out there live early Friday morning in the 40s, Rhonda. Might have a jacket on, but we're going to get to 70 Friday afternoon. Looks great. Saturday, high clouds from Harvey, bringing a slight shower chance here too on Sunday.
All right, Brandon, thank you. Still to come, Houston, of course, is on everyone's minds, including the band Coldplay, how they're helping with relief efforts after the break.
The city of Houston on everyone's minds, of course, especially the band Coldplay.
I'm dreaming of when I get back to Houston.
So this was a concert Monday night in Miami. The group performed a touching tribute dedicated to Houston, calling it Houston. Last week, Coldplay was actually forced to cancel its Friday night show in Houston. As we all know, that was the day that Harvey made landfall. And we've teamed up with Arts Beats and Eats and the Red Cross to do some special things for Houston this weekend. You can make donations at all of the gates. So when you buy a wristband, throw a few dollars in. Every cent counts for the people there that are in so much need.
You know Coldplay is going to be back in Houston, and they are going to take care of the folks.
I have no doubt they'll probably do some kind of benefit concert. Have a good day, everybody.